Today, someone asked me a question. Does the number of times I apply for the diversity lottery affect my chances of getting approved for an F1 visa? And I was like, wait a minute. So if you have also heard about this, here is the truth in this video. Welcome to the channel where education meets adventure and passions are transformed into lifelong lessons. Excel with Emmy. Welcome back to Excel with Emmy. On this channel, we talk about career, education, and lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for this channel. Diversity Lottery has opened up, which is American Lottery, and then if you want, you can apply for it. Stay with me throughout the end of this video and you will decide for yourself if you continue to apply for the Diversity Lottery or not. What is the diversity lottery? I have a video on my channel that talks about diversity lottery, how to fill the form, the DS160. I'll add the link or the video at the end of this video and you want to check it out. Quickly, let's run through what diversity lottery or the American lottery is. So the Immigration Act of 1990 established the diversity visa program where 55,000 immigrant visas would be available in an annual lottery starting in fiscal year 1995. The program allows those from countries with low immigration rates to the United States to enter for a chance to apply for a US immigrant visa. So basically, this long English is saying that every year the US opens up application for countries that have low immigrant rates into the United States. And so these people or these selected countries can have their citizens apply for this lottery program. And then once your application has been accepted and you win the lottery, all over the world people apply. So you can imagine like how much of a probability that is for you to win the lottery. But then once you have won the lottery, like the whole process is from you to become an American citizen. Like you get a green card to work, which if you were a different visa like the F1, it's very hard to get like your green card. Let me say it is hard. Like so you skip all that process and then you get your green card to come to the US to stay for free. If you want to know who you are coming to stay with, how do you come, that video on my channel talks about it a lot and you want to look the video up. And so when my friend asked me that does the number of times he or she apply for the American lottery affect their chances of getting approved for a student visa, I was like, wait a minute, let me get back to you on this. And so I have done my research. Indeed, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube that are saying that the number of times you apply for the diversity lottery reduces your chances of getting your F1 visa approved. Now here's the truth. Let's start with this story. So the F1 visa is a non-immigrant intent visa that helps you to come to the US to study. Now, according to the US government, the goal of this F1 visa is for you to come acquire your degree, your whatever you came to school for, and then you go back to your country. So once you are going for the visa interview, you have to exhibit your strong ties to your home country and then your intent of coming back to the country. And so the arguments most of these videos are making is that once you have applied for the DV lottery or the American lottery, you have permanent intent for staying in the US. In other words, you have an immigrant intent of staying in the US. As an F1 visa applicant, you are supposed to prove your strong ties to the country and exhibit that you are going to come back to your home country. They are saying that if you have applied for the diversity lottery for a couple of times, then it means that you have immigrant intent, like you have intentions of staying in the US for permanent reasons or for a long time. And so the visa officer denies you. Like that is what they are saying. And I was like, okay, I think that makes sense. Like if you have applied for diversity lottery, which will give you a green card, then it means that you have intent of staying in the US for quite some time. So why are you saying that you come back after studies to like come to your home country? You get it? It makes sense. But then also I did a lot more research on that because I was like, then like what is the point in saying that you can enter the lottery a number of times? And my answer is the number of times you apply for the diversity lottery or the American lottery does not affect your chances of getting approved for any other immigrant or non-immigrant visa in the United States. I'm going to give you the reasons why in writing. So the fact that an alien has, so in the US, everyone that is not a citizen is considered an alien. So the fact that an alien has registered for the visa lottery may be taken into account just as any other fact may be by a consular officer when adjudicating a subsequent non-immigrant visa application. The visa office is one of the opinion that the fact of registration by itself will not ordinarily be sufficient cause for a visa denial. However, if you have applied for the diversity lottery like a number of times and then you have gone for an F1 visa interview and you are asked about have you applied for any other like intent or coming to the US, you have to say the truth, because at that point that is the basis where the visa officer can deny your visa. So typically you go to the visa you go to the consulate and then you tell them that no, you have not applied for any like visa or application whatsoever, and so that becomes the basis for denying your visa and not the fact that you applied for the American lottery. So that becomes the basis for denying your visa because you're hiding your immigrant intent of staying in the US for a long time. So yeah, the person then has the right to deny your visa. I'm going to do a lot of reading because this is a very dicey topic and I want to talk about facts. And applying for the US visa lottery affects your chances of getting an F1 visa. Applying for the DV lottery doesn't have any influence on your current status as a US visa holder or any of your pending or future visa applications. As a matter of fact, you do not even have to mention that if you have applied for the DV lottery on other visa applications, and this makes sense unless you are asked have you applied for any other visa to the US, you have to state the truth because they have the information. But if you have not asked, do not say it. Does entering the green card diversity lottery worsen your chances of getting an American visa in the future? The simple answer is no. Keep applying for the DV lottery and this will have no effect on any other visa applications. There's another person here who was a former technical consultant and a strategic partner at the federal government of the United States. The lottery is run by the State Department and does not involve filing anything that would go to the USCIS unless you are a winner. And if you are a winner, you need not to worry about future chances, right? So I did mention earlier in the video that if you win you get the green card, so like what is worrying about future chances? But here is two small wrinkles. If you are asked if you entered, tell the truth, no lies, no matter what, and they already know the answer. Like I did mention earlier, if you are asked that have you applied for the diversity lottery, say yes, because if you say no, you are hiding your immigrant intent and that makes it fishy for the person to deny you. And the second point is if you win the DV lottery and start processing as a permanent resident, application for other visa programs might be impacted because then once you have applied for the diversity lottery, it does not show immigrant intent until you have won and then you started the process. If you have started the process and you do apply for other visas, then you have an immigrant intent. So if you are going for non-immigrant intent visa, like where is the point? So this is my tidbit and the research I found online about the number of times you apply for the visa diversity lottery and then the impact it has on your future visa applications. The conclusion in my opinion is you can apply for the American lottery as many times as you want and so pursue other visa options. You just have to make sure that when you are being asked the question about have you applied earlier, you say yes. And because they have the information lying in front of them, you do not want to lie. Has this news that you received prevented you from applying for the diversity lottery or the American lottery? If yes, I think you should reconsider your decision, because you do not pay any money applying for the diversity lottery, and now we have found out that it does not affect your chances of it doesn't affect your chances of getting approved or getting denied for a visa. I hope that this video helps you to go ahead and apply as many times as you want. I'll encourage you to watch my old video and then look at what you need to apply for the American lottery. The probability is very less, but then people still get the chance to come to the US through this process. So you want to take it serious. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope this information has helped a lot, because I was also convinced that yeah, the reason they gave is true, but then I also think that you should reconsider your decision. As far as the research I've done shows, it does not affect your F1 visa or any other visa applications that you do in the near future. Go ahead and apply. I wish you all the best. Kindly subscribe to this channel, share the link, comment, like, subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.